Okay, makikita niyo na yung ano. Unmute ka. Ito yung mga ano eh, bad trip.
Hello to all my fellow Filipino kababayan all over the world. My name is Nika. I am known as Nika Wanderlust, born and raised in Bulacan, Philippines, and proud to be Bulaqueña and Filipina, currently living here in Vestfold, Norway. FHS would like to invite you to be part of our helping society, the filippinske hjelpesamfunn in Norge, or the Filipino Helping Society in Norway. I want to encourage everyone to join and support our helping society. I believe that each of us can make lives a little better by helping our fellow kababayan who are in need of our support. FHS is founded by a Filipina and established on November 12, 2013 with a Norwegian organization number 912-862-844. FHS perform integration work and voluntary work, for example, free language training, career guidance, health counseling, information exchange, mentoring program, relief action during crisis or disasters, and many more. The work is primarily aimed to Filipinos who live in Norway but might also include other minority groups and Filipinos in the Philippines. It will be carried out mainly by professional volunteers of Filipino origin. Visit our Facebook page, FHS Informative Online Program with number of online information which we newly started and will be intensified in 2021. Join our community for free. Everyone is welcome. And don't forget to like and share our Facebook page for more detailed information. Stay safe, everyone, and have a nice day.
Hallo alle sammen. God dag. Ja, sånn. Okay. Alright. Good day, my name is Sally, founder and president of the filippinske hjelpesamfunn in Norge, or FHS. Today, we are going to discuss the new rules and regulations for this year 2021 according to UDI, or UDI. FHS is an NGO who helps with information drive to benefit the migrant groups here in Norway. We are not UDE. We are here to present general information published by the UDI in their website. Information may or may not apply to your situation. Discretion is necessary. And under no circumstances will our organization be held responsible or liable in any way for any claims or liabilities resulting or arising directly or indirectly from the use of the information we are about to present. Together with me are the team leaders of FHS, Newbie Norway, Nika and Maria. We will discuss some important changes and new rules of UDE. So sit back, get a drink, and get your pen and paper to jot down all the necessary information that you might need. At the end of our discussion, we will answer the questions sent to us beforehand, and we'll pick three unique questions from the comment section. So if you have any question, just put it on the comment section. And by the way, kindly disregard those who are trying to comment and take advantage of this Facebook Live. You will notice them. Don't click on those link that they are commenting to. These are not related to anything with this presentation. So now let us hear a short introduction from Nika and Maria.
That's right. Thank you for the nice introduction, Miss Sally. Hello to all our viewers right now, and welcome to our live stream. We are live right now. So let us know which country you came from. Just leave a comment down below and disregard all those link that is appearing on this live.
Yeah.
We have nothing to do with it. It's actually a lot. So
Mm.
I am Nika and I am currently living here in Norway, and I am also part of the Philippines hjelpesamfunn in Norge, or the Filipino Helping Society in Norway. So let's discuss what is UDE. Are you ready? So UDE is the one responsible for processing the application from foreign national who wish to visit or live in Norway. For example, application for protection, asylum, visitor's visa, family immigration, residence permit for work and study purposes, citizenship, and permanent residence permit and travel documents. They are the one who make decision on rejection and expulsion. I hope you get this. So you get your pen and notebooks, and I hope everyone is ready to take notes. I'm sure that everyone is waiting for this event. So here is Maria, who will tackle the important information in new rules that is recently announced about traveling here in Norway. Maria?
Maria, kindly unmute yourself. Yeah, there.
So that is right, Nika. Thank you. I am Maria, currently a student here in Norway, and the new member of FHS in Norge. And it is really such an honor to be a part of this voluntary organization. So let us discuss the recent changes of rules and regulations here in Norway, also with regards to the ongoing corona situation. So let's start. The question of many people asked is, can I travel to Norway? Most people who have been granted a residence permit can usually travel to Norway, but because of the ongoing global pandemic now, we want to inform you that the Norwegian Prime Minister announced on her press conference last 27th January that the government is tightening the restrictions on foreigners who wish to enter to Norway. The following groups can no longer enter Norway until further notice. The first, foreigners residing in the EEA areas and the EEA citizens residing in third world countries. Second, family members who are not immediate family, both for EEA citizens and others. This means that grandparents, adult children, parents of adult children, and boyfriends can no longer visit. Third, foreigners from countries outside the EEA who are granted a residence permit in connection with work or studies, including seasonal work and thus a student. And lastly, foreigners who are to work with film or series production or as a researcher who is exempt from the requirement for a residence permit. And now I'm giving the next slide to Nika. I'm sorry, guys, but in addition, this is very important. The new measures are intrusive, and the government will make a new assessment in 2 weeks. The changes will take effect at midnight the night before Friday, January 29, and that is today. For foreigners who have started a trip to Norway before the entry into force, will still be given entry, but please take the necessary measures for corona testing. And now I'm giving the next slide to Nika.
So,
Isali,
thank you,
isali
Maria, for
niyo.
the information that you have shared to all our viewers. This is very important. So, this is not bad news at all because there is still exception made for some people who can enter Norway. It's a very difficult situation right now because of, this global pandemic. And here are the following groups that you can see on the screen are the people who can access entry to Norway. So the first one, the exception are still made for some groups, and these are the foreigners residing in Norway and people who take care of critical community function, people who do goods and passenger transport, health staff from Sweden and Finland who work in Norwegian healthcare services, and the people who are going to carry out determined socializing with children and people who otherwise have a very special reason coming to Norway. This is to ensure that the critical goods and services arrive in Norway. But that means that many labor immigrants won't be able to come in the next few weeks here in Norway. So Maria will continue more for more information regarding this. Back to you, Maria.
Thank you, Nika, for the wonderful explanation. I hope everyone will follow the new rules. Especially, there is a lot of changes on rules lately. I am going to discuss the information about the application of au pair permit. I know there are so many au pairs out there who are looking for answers. Due to the ongoing corona situation right now, it is just really hard to plan necessary course of action. Okay? For applicants who live outside the EU or EEA and Switzerland, they cannot travel to Norway now due to the ongoing corona situation. UDI do not process au pair application from these countries that mentioned. UDI does not know when the rules for entry to Norway will change. They recommend applicants and host families to follow UDI's Corona pages, where they update when there are changes in the entry restrictions to Norway. If you have already applied and want to withdraw the application, you can request that your case is withdrawn by sending a written confirmation. You can upload the confirmation on the UDI's website. If you withdraw the application before a decision has been made, you can get the fee refunded. Note that the application fee for the au pair permit is only refunded if the application is withdrawn due to the corona situation. For a refund, you must contact the embassy where you submitted your application. And this is only for the meantime, guys. So let's not lose our hope and always check the UDI's website for more updates. And now I'm giving the next slide to Miss Sally.
Thanks, Maria. I hope our au pair applicants will extend their patience during this time. On the other side, there's good news to all our healthcare workers. For corona-related work in the healthcare sector, the Ministry of Justice and Public Security has adopted a scheme where you can be exempted from restrictions on the right to work in Norway if you perform work in the healthcare sector related to the corona situation. Take note that this exception applies from 7th of December 2020 up to 31st of May 2021. You can work without restrictions that apply to your residence permit or without having a residence permit if you have a legal residence in Norway. if you are an authorized healthcare professional. You will work in the healthcare sector, but this does not include pharmacies. The work is corona related. You receive a salary and working conditions according to the current collective agreement in the healthcare sector. The work will take place in the period from 7th of December 2020 to 31st of May 2021. I would also like to inform you that you do not need approval from the UDI before you start working. If the above requirements are met, just take care of the employment contract and other documents that show that you are within the scheme. Present this when you apply to renew your residence permit, apply for a residence permit, or when you leave Norway. To all my fellow kababayans who are healthcare professionals and other from minority groups, you can follow our Facebook page FHS or check our website because we're posting healthcare job opportunities that is open to everyone with a valid resident permits in Norway. For one, we have published an announcement about the registration in Helsedirektoratet. So here's the website. Okay. Uh, This is open to everyone with healthcare background but is not yet working in the healthcare sector in Norway. Registration is open also to those who are currently au pairs, job seekers, or students. And yes, you can register. Norway needs more healthcare workers due to the current pandemic situation. And now, back to you, Nika.
Thank you, Miss Sally, for this very useful information for all our viewers. And I would also like to add another important changes that many people are talking about, especially for those who are married or have a family immigration here in Norway. For you guys, there is a new requirement of residency or permanent residence permit. With a permanent residence permit, we own you that you can reside and work in Norway indefinitely. You will also be given extra protection against expulsion. But according to UDE, some people must have lived in Norway for 5 years. Yes, that is 5 years to obtain a permanent resident permit. And this is applied to the following group that you can see on the screen. The first one is you must have a residence after applying for protection. The second one is come to Norway as resettlement refugees. The third one is have residence due to strong human consideration. And the last one is you must have a family immigration with any of the groups above, the one that is on the screen. What it basically means is that this new regulation on applying permanent residence only applies to refugee. Again, I am repeating, this is only applied to those refugees here in Norway with residence permit due to strong humanitarian reason and to the family members of this group. For more detailed information about the processing of your documents, please refer to the UDE website. And also please take note when the reference person has been granted a permanent residence permit or has become a Norwegian citizen, the requirement will be only 3 years of residency. Also, I would like to add the changes apply from December 1st, 2020. The changes do not apply to you who no later than December 1st, 2020 have 3 years residence permit for a permanent residence permit. For example, even if you have not applied yet, as long as you apply no later than February 1st, 2021, we are all aware that to be able to obtain a permanent residence permit, you must meet all the requirements no later than when UDE process your application. So for more information, Miss Sally will gonna discuss more about this thing.
Okay. That's right, Nika. In addition to residency, we also want to clarify about the application. Some people might be confused about which group they belong to. If, for example, you have lived in Norway for 3 years And you have the following types of permit, such as work immigration, family immigration with Norwegian or Nordic citizen, family immigration with other foreign citizens who do not have residency due to protection and or strong human considerations, then you can apply for a permanent residence. But take note that there are certain rules that you might consider in order to be able to apply for a permanent residence. Like your stay in Norway must be continuous. And for more information, kindly refer to the UDI website. And I would like also to reiterate that these are the rules which in the time of our research pop up in the website of the UDE, and this might be subjected to changes because of the current situation, not only here in country but also in the world. And now I'll give the floor to Maria.
Thank you, Nika and Miss Sally, for clarifying the new rules about applying permanent residence here in Norway. I would also like to inform you about important changes on the requirement for self-sufficiency. Changes in the exceptions from the requirement for self-sufficiency in order to obtain a permanent residence permit in Norway. The new rules for self-sufficiency for obtaining a permanent residence permit will apply from January 1st, 2021. The exceptions from the requirement for self-sufficiency for a student in primary or secondary education will only apply if you have been a student for the last 12 months or the previous 2 semesters. Previously, there was only a requirement for the duration of schooling for students in higher education. Next slide, please. The new rules describe in more detail who will be granted an exemption from the requirement. Those who can get exceptions as a pupil or student are the following. First, pupils of primary or secondary school with juvenile rights. Juvenile rights meaning that if you are under 25 years of age or just turned 25 before July 1st of this year. Second, pupils who have participated in primary or secondary education as part of the introductory program. Third, pupils who have participated in primary or secondary education as labor market measures under the auspice of the Norwegian Labor and Welfare Administrations, or what we can call NOV. Fourth, full-time students in higher education. It is a condition that the educational institution is approved by the loan fund and qualifies for a student loan or scholarship. Lastly, full-time students in higher education through measures from the Norwegian Labor and Welfare Administrations. And do you not meet the requirements for self-sufficiency? If you go to school, are older than 25 years, and the schooling is not part of the introductory program or labor market requirements, you must meet the income requirements. The income requirement corresponds to 2.5G, or the basic amount in the National Insurance Scheme, which currently amounts to 253,378 Norwegian kroner before tax. And if you do not meet the requirement for self-sufficiency, nor are you in one of the groups that are granted an exemption, you should wait to apply for a permanent residence permit. And now I'm giving the next slide to Nika.
Thank you so much, Maria, for that wonderful explanation. I know it's quite a lot, and I hope everyone can follow and can take some notes on the new updated rules. And now we're going to discuss about the stricter requirements for Norwegian skills to obtain Norwegian citizenship. So Norway decided that there will be more stricter requirements for skills in Norwegian orally to obtain Norwegian citizenship. It is not decided when the changes will apply. So the proposal from the Ministry of Education and Research states that the changes will apply from the earliest July 1, 2021. Also, take note that they also write that the proposal for stricter requirements for oral Norwegian skills will only apply if you submit your application for Norwegian citizenship after this date. UDE will update information about the new requirements when it is decided when the change will apply. So I recommend that you just check the UDE site when you are submitting your application. So what are the new requirements? So here are the following requirements. The requirement for knowledge of oral Norwegian will be raised from level A2 to level B1 for the right to citizenship upon application. The second one is it will no longer be required to do Norwegian language training or compulsory education in Norwegian and social studies in accordance with the Introduction Act to obtain citizenship. And of course, there is an exemption. It may be grant exemption from the requirement for a test in oral Norwegian for applicants who, due to personal circumstances over which the person in question has no control or have health reason, are not able to reach level B1 in oral Norwegian. So those are the new requirements, and I hope you take some notes of it. And Miss Sally will continue more about the updated rules.
Thank you, Maria and Nika, for the explanation about the new rules. So I would like also to add about the changes in the legislation that may be important for you who apply for citizenship. Some of you knew that there have been amendments to the Citizenship Act for applicants who are married, have a partner, or cohabit with a Norwegian citizen. And there have also been amendments to the Immigration Act regarding increased requirements for the residence time for a permanent residence permit. So here are the changes. First, for persons who are married, registered partner, or cohabitant with a Norwegian citizen, the requirement for a period of residence permit in Norway to obtain citizenship will be raised from 3 years into 5 years. For persons who are in Norway because they have protection or residence due to strong human considerations, the requirement for residence in Norway will also be raised from 3 years to 5 years in order for them to obtain a permanent residence permit. The change also applies to persons who have a permit based on family reunification, except in cases where the reference person has already been granted a permit, residence permit, or Norwegian citizenship. Also, I would like to add that it is permitted to stay abroad for 10 months during these 5 years, since there is a requirement to fulfill the conditions for a permanent residence permit to obtain Norwegian citizenship. The changes may be significant for those who do not already have a permanent residence permit. Okay, so to whom do the changes apply? Okay, the changes applies to you who have registered for the application of citizenship in the application portal on the 1st of December 2020 or later. The change also applies to you who registered an application for citizenship in the application portal before 1st of December 2020 if you do not meet the requirement for a 3-year residence permit to obtain a permanent residence permit by December 1st, 2020. This means that it won't help even if you submit your application before or on the 1st of December if you do not already secured the necessary requirements. And the third one is the changes do not apply to you who, as by 1st of December 2020, fulfilled the residence requirement of 3 years for the right to a permanent residence permit and we register an application for citizenship in the application portal by 1st of February 2021. This means that even though you did not register yourself on the 1st of December, but you qualify with your necessary requirements, then you are still included in the 3-year rule if you apply before 1st of February 2021. And yes, those are the changes of as based on the UDI website. Still, we are reminding you that this is subject to change because of the current situation. Now, before we proceed with the question and answer portion, I would like to present to you some of the job opportunities, especially for those who are in healthcare field. Again, next slide, please. The Helse Direktoratets register is open to all regardless of your current situation or current residence permit you are holding. So kindly register at this website, www.nationalhelsepersonel.no. Okay, so those who have a healthcare background but not working yet in the healthcare field, maybe an au pair, student, or a job seeker, then register yourself and wait for a call from the Helsedirektoratet. Okay. So, yes, we are actually going to the inquiries question and answer portion. But before that, I would like to, we can maybe read some comments, not the spam ones, but those who are attending our live. Okay, we'll see. We can. Okay. So they're spamming our comment section. But anyway, I have read that we have viewers from the Philippines, from Nepal, from India, and Iraq, different different countries, and from Pakistan, from Kenya, India, Japan, Norway, and from Iraq. So thank you for watching, and for those who have submitted their questions, we have used the UDI website to answer all your queries in this section. So we will move to that section in a bit. Yeah. I will call on Maria to present the first question.
Okay.
Next slide, please.
Okay. So guys, it's indeed a very informative content that will help everyone understand about the latest updates from the UDI. So we got a lot of inquiries and we will try to answer some of that. And the first inquiry is regarding visitor's visa. Someone messaged, "Hi, I am a PhD candidate at NTNU, Trondheim, Norway. My boyfriend wants to visit me here in Trondheim. I am in my final year and would not be able to go to India because of a lot of work. In this situation, he wants to come here. Considering the current situation, what are the chances that he will be granted a visitor's visa? We would book a back and forth tickets simultaneously with the flights that are sure to operate like Air India. Looking forward to hearing from you." Okay? Okay. According to Norwegian government and the Norwegian Institute of Public Health, the answer is the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, or UD, advises against all international travel that is not strictly necessary. the government is imposing far stricter rules on foreign nationals who seek entry to Norway from January 29. In general, only foreign nationals who reside in Norway will be permitted to enter. Certain exceptions apply. Guest workers and family members such as grandparents, adult children, parents of adult children, or a boyfriend or girlfriend can therefore no longer visit. And the sources will be posted in the comment section. So you can check that, guys. And now I'm giving the second inquiry to Nika.
Thank you, Maria, for giving clarification in answering our first inquiry. I can see that we have a lot of inquiry, but we cannot accommodate everything. So I think they can reply this live stream on YouTube, right, Miss Sally? In
Mm-hmm.
case they have to watch it over and over just to watch and get the rules that they needed. So on our second inquiry, I have this letter. So I'm gonna read the mail. Hello, good day. Thanks for this upcoming event on Friday. This is a great help for all of us here that's still confused and wondering about the regulation. I just want to ask regarding my situation. I'm a student in Norway now. It's my second year bachelor. But before that, I've been an au pair here in Norway, 2015, then in Denmark, and moved back here to study. I get married last August 2020, and my husband and I have been 4 years together. My husband is from outside Norway. He's a Lithuanian. They moved here with his family like 10 years ago. He is a electrical learning, now electrician. We are thinking to apply for family reunification. What are the new requirements or documents that we need to have and submit to UDE? Is our situation now, his learning and I'm a student, will affect our application and decision on family reunification visa? Looking forward for your answer. Thank you so much and have a great day. So, according to the Norwegian government and Norwegian Institute of Public Health, these are the sources that will be posted on the comment section for more information. So, the family immigration for family members of EU national spouses and registered partners. So, the both requirements for this is your marriage or partnership must have been validly entered into. You must have plans to live together in Norway, and you must not have been forced to marry or forced marriage. Your marriage must not be pro forma marriage or marriage of convenience. So, requirement for the applicant, you must document your identity. If you have a valid passport, that is usually the proof of identity. You must not be subjected to a prohibition against entry to Norway or Schengen. Another requirements for the reference person, this is the husband. You must be registered as a UEEE national. You must have moved to Norway to be an employee, self-employed person, student, or live here with sufficient funds. You must still meet the registration requirements if you are a student, self-employed, or live in Norway with sufficient funds. You must show that you are able to support the both of you. So this is according to the Norwegian government that we must follow. And there is another inquiry which Maria will gonna answer.
Thank you, Nika. Okay, the next inquiry is regarding the family reunification. Okay, someone message, hi, I would love to ask if it is okay now to get a mother in Norway for 9 months visit as family immigration. Thank you and God bless. Okay, in answer to that, according to the Norwegian government, the following groups of people no longer have access to the country. Family members apart from the immediate family, in which the children are minors, for both EEA nationals and others, meaning that grandparents, adult children, parents of adult children, and romantic partners may no longer visit. So you can see the source in the comment section. And now I'm giving the next inquiry to Miss Sally.
Okay, the fourth question. I have a question for UDI. Again, we're reiterating we are not the UDI. We are an organization, an NGO. But we are answering based on the UDI website. I am working as an au pair in Norway. My visa will expire in April, and I plan to study after that. My question is, if I applied for a study visa, before my au pair visa expired, can I stay in Norway and wait until I have a result about my study visa? Or do I have to leave Norway and come back when I have the result about the study visa? Also, if I cannot apply for a study visa 1 month before my au pair visa expires, is it gonna be a problem? Thank you. Okay. So we will post the answer. Okay, wait. In the comment section as soon as possible. Okay. Yeah. The answer is, it is important that you apply for renewal in good time before your residence permit expires if you want to retain all your rights. 3 months before your residence permit expires, you should register your application form on the application portal and book an appointment with the police. There may be several weeks waiting time. You can submit an application in Norway before you have received an answer to your application if you hold a visa or residence permit in Norway or another Schengen country, and you have held another type of permit in Norway for the past 9 months. However, you may not start working part-time until you have been granted the student residence permit. Even if you have applied in time, you may have trouble traveling in and out of Norway while waiting for your new permit. This is because you don't have a valid residence card. Without the residence card, you can be stopped in the border control in other countries. You may also have trouble getting into Norway again when you return. And the source is, of course, UDI under the study permit. I will just check on because we are having technical. Are we still in the Facebook? Yeah. Okay. So we still have another question to answer. Question number 5. Okay. And this is from a comment section actually. Foreign nationals who reside in Norway is allowed to enter. I'm a second-year student here in Norway at the UIT. I want to visit my family and come back to Norway. Am I allowed to come back to Norway? Please help me with this. Okay. So here's our answer based on the National Institute of Public Health and actually the Norwegian government. So as we know, everyone is actually advised not to travel outside the country due to the pandemic situation. And the answer would be like the Ministry of Foreign Affairs advises against all international travel that is not strictly necessary. Unless there's someone in family who is in deathbed or in critical condition, then we are advising you also to not take the trip outside Norway. because we've recently received this strictest regulation and rule after, like, since March of 2020. And this is actually applicable from today. And there has been a lot of changes in the rules regarding entry to Norway in the just in this month. So we would advise you to just take your time and wait for the situation to better, and do not take that trip if it is not strictly necessary for you also not to encounter problems going back to Norway. Okay. So now we will actually pick three unique questions from the comment section, and we will try to answer it using the UDI website as reference. Okay? Uh, okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. I would just like to tell you that we're having a little hard time with commenting using Facebook, but we're also live in YouTube. So if you are missing some of the links that we have posted, then you can go to our YouTube channel, the Filipino Helping Society in Norway, where we are also live there. Yes. Do we get now a question to answer?
Yeah, actually, I got one.
Yes.
One of the question we got is says that hello and thank you for organizing today's event. Yeah, you are very welcome. I am a master's student on my second semester. Due to COVID-19, I got to Norway just last month. I was expecting my residence permit to cover the total length of my studies, but it turned out to be valid for 7 months only. Is this normal? Second is regarding the national identification number needed to open a bank account. I received my residence ID this week and it had no national identification number or D number. Is this something I have to apply for separately? And the answer for your first question, yes, it is normal. You will have to apply every year if you are following a study program that lasts more than 1 year. And second, yes, you apply it separately. If you are going to stay in Norway more than 6 months, you should register with the National Registry so that you can be awarded an 11-digit identity number, your date of birth, plus a 5-digit personal number. This number may be used to open a bank account. To apply for this number, contact your local tax assessment office or the Office of the National Registrar. Okay, for the next question, what else we've got?
Hi, Maria. Thanks again. I also got another inquiry, and I would also like to add this to our stream right now. So this is the message. Is it possible for Filipinos that does not have yet permanent residency to engage in sole proprietorship business and get a working visa from it? Would that working visa be useful for applying on permanent residency after 3 years? Maraming salamat po. So, my answer to this is yes, it is possible to get a working visa by having your own business here in Norway. And according to UDI, you can be granted a permit for 1 year at a time. So you cannot get all the 3 years. So you just get 1 year at a time. And then after 3 years, you can apply for a permanent residence permit here in Norway. Your family members can apply for your family immigration to come and live with you in Norway. And if your family members apply at the same time as you will receive the answer to your application at the same time. And the UDE also will ask the country authority to assess if it is likely. For example, if the type of business you will be running requires permit from public authorities, you must hold such a permit or a confirmation from the authority that you will be granted such a permit. But I would also like to take note that, because of the ongoing crisis and global pandemic right now, it is not advisable to travel. And as mentioned earlier, the rules here in Norway are changing from time to time and getting more stricter. So I would advise you to check the UDE website when applying and for more updated information. So regarding your situation, I would put the link on the comment section. So I hope this will help you. Thank you.
Okay. So, we are receiving actually a lot of questions right now, but some of the questions are actually covered by our discussion a while ago. So kindly
Yeah.
refer to the video which will be published after this live and here in Facebook and in the YouTube channel. But I will try to find last question before we finish this discussion. Okay. Okay. Is it okay? Yeah, there's a lot of questions which are already covered with our discussion.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's almost like the same situation. So it's
Mm,
better if they're gonna replay this video on YouTube to be able to watch from the start.
mm. And you can actually just email us at info@fhsnorgea.org if you have specific question, and we will answer you based on the UDI website. Okay, so we're
There
nearing
is also one question. How about au pairs from the Philippines? It's actually mentioned on the beginning of this slide. So please replay from YouTube, and you can find more information about au pairs permit from the
okay.
Philippines.
And regarding those with the working permit, that is actually
Yeah.
also covered. So kindly replay it later. So yes, we are actually nearing the end. So yes, uh, I would like to just add our Technica to put our two final slides before we end this Facebook Live. Okay, next slide, please. The other one. Okay, okay. Yes. Okay, before we actually end, I will just like to read this one. Maylam Meneses Lobstad. Very good information. Thank you much. Thank you very much for such a great work. God bless you, girls. Thank you, Maylam. And though we were actually flooded with a lot of spams a while ago, now we're seeing
Yeah.
your comments. Uh, we are really privileged to actually do this work for you. This is a volunteer work, and we will pursue this. You will get to know more about our activities now. I will present our organization. Thank you again, Maylem. Okay. All right. And then, yeah, there you have it. To reiterate, we are the FHS, the Filipino Helping Society in Norway, not the UDI. This program is part of the integration and voluntary activities of our organization. Our purpose is primarily aimed at Filipinos and other minority groups living here in Norway and Filipinos in the Philippines. For those who have missed this live program, uh, yes, you can see in our screen. You can replay it here in our official Facebook page at fhs.org.no and watch in our YouTube channel, the Filipino Helping Society in Norway. Visit as well our website at www.fhs.org.no fhsnorge.org for more updates, other information drive, and to know more about our organization. You can register as a member and a volunteer for free through our website. There are several benefits for all FHS members and volunteers. Again, visit our website at www.fhsnorge.org. And for the previous slide, Miss Technical, previous slide please. Yes, on behalf of the filippinske hjelpesamfunn in Norge, FHS, I would like to first thank the great people who put a lot of effort in preparing for this program. The team of FHS Newbie in Norway. And also, I would like to thank you all for watching our program and making it as productive as possible. Again, this has been Sally.
And this is Nika, part of it FHS team.
And
this is Maria, a new member.
wishing everyone a safe and calm and cozy Friday evening. Takk for oss, og god helg alle sammen. Ha det!
Ha det bra!
Ha det! Okay.